Audible is offering listeners a 30-day trial. Doesn't cost you anything. It's free 30-day trial. You get to select any book that you want on there and listen to it. They have books on there about breadcrumbing, love bombing, why did they lose interest, dating, relationship, any kind of book you're interested in and want to learn about, okay? You could listen to it in your car or if you're on the bus or the train. So go to my podcast description for the link at tinyurl.com/AskYazNow and start your free trial. Hi, you guys. It's Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day, right? Everybody's dreaded holiday when they're single. I'm going to talk about Valentine's Day in terms of singles and couples. Okay, you guys? So we all know Valentine's Day is here. And if you're single, it sucks. It sucks, right? Because everybody that's single is wishing that they had somebody that they could spend time with and have a great time and have this romantic night with them. But you know what? It's okay. Because when you look at it, Valentine's Day, there's so much pressure. I mean, with all the marketing that they do with, gifts and flowers and cards, and then you see like your friends getting bouquets of roses and they're posting it all over their social media. Look what so-and-so got me. And when you're single, you say to yourself, it hurts a lot of people. And especially if you're broken up, that's when people are hurting a lot because they're wishing they're with that other person. Okay. Keep in mind, Valentine's Day is just another day in the year, okay? It doesn't mean anything. Treat yourself to something special. Go get yourself something special and treat yourself and value yourself. And if you're single, say to yourself, you know what? Yeah, it would be great to have somebody with me right now on Valentine's Day. It would be really, really special. But that's okay. Because you know what? It's better to be single than to be in a toxic or a bad relationship. And when you see a lot of people that are in relationships, one of the things you got to keep in mind, guys, is that just because somebody is in a relationship doesn't necessarily mean they're happy, okay? There's a lot of people in relationships that wish they could be single, or they're with somebody because they have to be with somebody. It could be because of a financial situation and they're stuck with that person and they're living with that person. So don't feel bad about yourself for being single. It's okay. You know why? Because you're empowering yourself and you're moving forward in your life. And, sometimes you have to go through this period in order to move forward in your life. Look at it this way. It's better to be single than spend Valentine's Day with somebody who is not valuing you. Okay? So let go of those loose thoughts that you had, wishing that, your ex was back in your life. They're not in your life. Your ex is your ex for a reason, okay? You broke up for a reason, and you will eventually meet somebody if you really want to. You just have to let the world turn, you guys, all right? And in the meantime, you work on you. You build yourself up. So don't feel this pressure like, Valentine's Day sucks, okay? It's like the pressure with New Year's Eve. Oh my God, doesn't everybody go through the pressure of New Year's Eve? Like, oh, we have to have a good time. We have to have a good time. Half the times I went out on New Year's Eve as a single person, it sucked, you guys, all right? You know why? Because a lot of times New Year's Eve was for couples. Or unless you went to a house party, that was totally different. But if you went out somewhere, it was all coupled up and everything like that, okay? So it really depends on your lifestyle and what you do. But I wanted to do this podcast because it is Valentine's Day, and I did want to address this to a lot of single people out there. And I want them to realize that, you know what? As far as Valentine's Day goes, Just, it's just another day in the year. Love the other people that are in your life, your friends, your family, your children. Love is love. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic partner, okay? And the other thing I want to address as far as Valentine's Day goes, as far as, trying to spice it up with your partner, if you are in a relationship and you want to make it exciting, there's a lot of different things you could do, you guys. You could dress up. You can fulfill a fantasy for them. A lot of guys love when women do like exciting kinds of things. They dress up like a sexy school teacher or they role play with them. You really have to see what your partner is into. And you got to play it up and you got to be fun. You got to be fun, all right? You got to be into it. You got to be wild. You got to be kinky. The more raunchier and more dirtier you are, trust me, they love it, okay? So that's how you need to be with your partner and keep them excited. Put on some nice music, get them in the mood, relax with them. If you want to have a drink with them and just kind of like, subtly seduce your partner. How do you subtly seduce your partner? You don't just go and jump on top of them, all right? You gotta know how to work it, you guys. You gotta know how to work somebody. It could be just walking behind them when they're sitting on the couch and just running your hand across the back of their head and turning and giving them a smile, all right? Just that subtle, sexy smile, like, baby, I'm looking at you. Yeah, it's going down. Yeah, all right? So I just wanted to bring a couple of these things up that I wanted to talk about when it came to Valentine's Day. And, everybody is going through something during Valentine's Day. The other thing I wanted to bring up is this. There's a lot of people. Now, Valentine's Day, you guys, is going to tell you if you really are exclusive or in a relationship with somebody, okay? And I'm going to tell you why. Because you might be seeing somebody or you may be dating somebody and they may give you an excuse why they can't see you on Valentine's Day. That is a red flag, okay? Red flag. If they're not looking to see you on Valentine's Day, and they can, all right? They don't have any reason why they can't see you that makes sense. That is a red flag that you are not that important to them, or they could just be somebody that, doesn't really value those kind of things. And you have to ask yourself, are you with a partner that, you guys are compatible and you want somebody who's emotionally into it the way you're into it? So you got to keep these in mind. As a matter of fact, we had a girl in the group whose boyfriend broke up with her right before Valentine's Day. Why did he break up with her? He said because she sent him an email and she was putting him down. And everybody read, the email, and there was nothing in the email about her putting him down. And everybody was like, what are you talking about? You're not putting him down. What is he talking about? Why did he break up with you? This is all an excuse, you guys. He broke up with her because he did not want to spend Valentine's Day with her. Why? Because there could be a lot of different reasons why. It could be because he wasn't that into her, or maybe he's got somebody else that she's not aware of. A lot of these people, they live secret lives that you don't know. So, I have to get a recording and keep playing it for everybody. Do not believe everything that comes out of somebody's mouth. Look at how much they show you, how much time they give you, okay? How much they want to see you, how often they get on the phone. That right there, you guys, is the key to knowing if somebody is really into you, okay? If they're making the time to see you regularly and they're coming to see you. And see, this kind of situation was similar to when this whole pandemic started. And, a lot of people broke up during the pandemic. Why did they break up? because people were getting quarantined with somebody, their regular, their regular, their number one old lady or their number one old man, and they were seeing somebody on the side, and they had to get rid of that person on the side because now they were in quarantine and they couldn't keep it up. Because when they're living with somebody, it's very hard to go out creeping when you're confined to the house. So there was a lot of people that were commenting and saying, I don't understand why we broke up right before the pandemic. I don't understand. All of a sudden they're making an excuse. They can't see me anymore because of the pandemic or whatever it was. A lot of times it could be because they had somebody and they were quarantining with that person and they couldn't keep it up or they were going to get caught. Okay. So I just want to make you guys aware of that. There's a lot of people out there that are so trusting and so naive, and they believe everything that somebody tells them, okay? So, you guys, you got to be careful. This is all game. This is all game. And now we're going to talk about Valentine's Day. Now, here we are, Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day, right? If you're dealing with somebody that you're dating and they are not making the effort with Valentine's Day, okay, maybe they're giving you excuses why they can't see you or some other reason or whatever. They're going to see, Aunt Louise 4 states away or something like that, you guys. They may have somebody. Valentine's Day is a great day to bust a cheater, all right? That could be somebody that you might be dating and you don't know that they're in a relationship with somebody else, okay? So go listen to my podcast on how to bust a cheater, all right? If you're dealing with somebody like that you think there might be something up, okay? Because, Valentine's Day in a way is kind of like when somebody doesn't give you a Saturday night. That's why I always tell you guys, when you're dating somebody, if somebody is not available every single Saturday night, they usually got somebody. Believe me when I tell you, all right? If they're making plans with you only during the week and on the weekends, there's always an excuse, or you don't hear from them all weekend and then they hit you up on a Sunday night, believe me when I tell you, 99% of the time, they have somebody, you guys, okay? So you need to be aware of that, and you need to be aware of the fact that if you are seeing somebody and they're telling you that they are exclusive with you, you should be seeing them on Valentine's Day. Now, you got to be careful, too, because sometimes people can make 2 stops, all right? We're going to talk about all the wonderful people out there and the things that they do, right? Sometimes if somebody is seeing more than one person, they will see you part of the day and then they will go see the other person at night. Or they will tell you they're going to bed early and they might be sneaking out to go see the other person. It's very difficult for people that are swinging multiple partners and not telling you about it, okay, when they know something like Valentine's Day comes along, okay? We're just using these kind of people that are players that, are dating a lot of different people, and you think that they are exclusive with you. You can find out a lot on Valentine's Day. Believe me when I tell you, all right? But if you're trying to spruce it up and you are in a committed relationship with your partner and, you guys want to have a great time on Valentine's Day, the best advice I can give you is to know what your partner is into, be open with them, communicate with them, put on that music, dress up for them, role play with them, and just, be easy to deal with. People love somebody who's easy to deal with and not, arguing or saying, well, I don't want to do that. Can we do this? I don't want to do that. Sometimes you get more bees with honey, all right? So you gotta know how to lay on the sugar And it's not that you're giving into the person. It's that when you make somebody feel good, if you're with the right person, they're going to want to make you feel good. All right? So keep that in mind when you're dealing with somebody. And the last thing that I want to bring up, again, with the singles, when you're dealing with singles and everything like that, again, I want to just say, if you're single and, you're unhappy about being single, just understand that there's a lot of people out there that are single today because of what's going on with social media, and that many people are jumping around and everything like that. So, it's not uncommon to be single on Valentine's Day. If anything, pat yourself on the shoulder and say, you know what? I got my self-worth because I'm not settling. I'm not in a relationship and settling and begging somebody to be with me, okay? I am whole within myself. Okay, that's what you got to remember. You are whole within yourself and you could be happy. You don't need a relationship to be happy. Believe me when I tell you. I mean, yes, it's very nice to have somebody that cares about you and to work with you and everything like that. But if you're not at that point in your life, guess what? It's okay. It's okay, because you don't have the other scenario of somebody that's dragging you down with their negativity, somebody who's criticizing you or somebody who's judging you. You don't have to deal with that kind of toxicity or that nonsense. You know what? You can watch whatever show you want to watch on TV. You can talk to whoever you want to talk to. You don't have to worry what that person's doing behind your back. You don't have to worry if that person is on social media talking to other people and telling you, oh, it's nothing, okay? Or in a lot of cases, gaslighting the person. You have your own inner peace, okay? You have your own inner peace, and you will move forward in your life, and you will work on yourself, and you will work on the other things that you work on for yourself, which is your health, taking care of yourself health-wise, working on your career, work on the other relationships in your life, your relationships with your friends, your family, your coworkers, and you will make all the right moves to eventually meet somebody that you can have a nice, healthy relationship. You're not in a bad or toxic relationship wasting your time with the wrong person. So when you see some of these people, not everybody, okay, but there are people that are in unhealthy, toxic relationships, and you may see these people, getting flowers on Valentine's Day and, bragging about it or boasting on social media about it, about how wonderful their spouse is or their partner is. Just remember something, you guys. You don't know what goes on behind closed doors, okay? You don't know what goes on behind closed doors, because a lot of people that are in relationships are not going to tell you. A lot of people are going to portray, and you see this a lot, like on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook. You see a lot of people portray when they're in a relationship like, he's so wonderful, or she's fantastic, and everything like that. And meanwhile, you wouldn't believe the fights and arguments that go on behind closed doors. Believe me, nobody has a perfect life. So, in some cases, say to yourself, thank God I'm not dealing with having to worry about any of that, okay? That my day will come, all right? I hope that helps you. You guys enjoy your day. Stay safe. And if you like the podcast, please subscribe, share, and have a great day. Hi, you guys, it's Yaz. I want to tell you about my 2 books that are on Amazon, okay? You can download them free with the trial membership from Kindle. The first book is Regain Your Power. If you're in a relationship and you feel like your partner has all the control in the relationship, maybe you're walking around on eggshells, you're afraid to approach them, it's going to tell you how to regain your power and be happy in the relationship, okay? And what you may be doing wrong, and that's why your partner has all the control in the relationship. The other book is Signs He's Not Into You, He's Wasting Your Time. There's a lot of people that are dating someone or in a relationship with somebody who's not really vested in the relationship. And we often are confused as to whether our partner really likes us or is into us or wants a future with us. And this book is going to give you signs and red flags of whether your partner is into you or he's just basically drifting and wasting your time. So go to Amazon and download the Kindle free trial membership. Doesn't cost you anything. And check it out. It may help you. Okay? And have a great day. Are you having a problem in your dating or relationship life and you need a question answered? Well, go to my website. The link is in the podcast description, and you'll see how you can ask Yaz a question and get it answered confidentially. So go to the podcast description and look for the link where it talks about how Yaz will answer your question.